There are 3 vitamins that men over 60 are silently deficient in, and those deficiencies are destroying your energy, circulation, and bedroom performance. In the end of this video, I will guide you week-to-week routine through which you can easily improve performance and vitality with these 3 vitamins. I'm Dr. Christine Rodriguez, and for over a decade I've specialized in men's hormonal health and vascular optimization. What I'm about to show you isn't guesswork. It's cellular biology that most doctors completely overlook because they're treating symptoms instead of root deficiencies. Here's what most men don't realize. Your body isn't broken, it's starving for 3 specific nutrients that control circulation, testosterone production, and cellular energy. Without them, you can eat perfectly, exercise daily, and still feel exhausted, foggy, and disconnected from intimacy. Today, I'm walking you through exactly which 3 vitamins restore natural erections, protect testosterone, and bring your vitality back, along with the exact forms and dosages that actually work. But before we get to the protocol, you need to understand why these deficiencies happen after 60, because if you don't fix the absorption problem first, you'll waste money on supplements that your body can't even use. Why vitamin deficiencies hit men after 60? Let me explain something that most doctors won't take the time to tell you, because once you understand this, everything else makes sense. After 60, your body doesn't just need vitamins, it struggles to absorb them. Here's what changes. Your stomach produces less hydrochloric acid, the substance responsible for breaking down food and extracting nutrients. Without adequate stomach acid, even if you're eating nutrient-dense foods, your body can't pull out the vitamins and minerals it needs. Second, your digestive enzymes decline. These are the biological tools that help convert food into usable nutrients. When enzyme production drops, absorption drops with it. Third, and this is critical, many men over 60 are on medications that actively block vitamin absorption, proton pump inhibitors for acid reflux, metformin for blood sugar, even statins for cholesterol. All of these interfere with how your body processes essential nutrients. So you end up in a situation where you're eating well, maybe even taking a multivitamin, but your cells are still starving. And that starvation shows up as chronic fatigue, brain fog, weakened erections, low libido, poor recovery from exercise, and mood instability. The 3 vitamins I'm about to cover aren't just important, they're foundational. They control nitric oxide production for blood flow, red blood cell formation for oxygen delivery, and antioxidant protection for testosterone synthesis. When these 3 are deficient, everything else suffers. When they're optimized, your body remembers how to function the way it used to. And the first vitamin controls something you probably don't even think about, but without it, your blood vessels stay constricted, your circulation stays weak, and your performance stays inconsistent. Let me show you what I mean. Vitamin number 1, vitamin D, the circulation foundation. If there's one vitamin that affects nearly every aspect of male vitality, it's vitamin D. And yet, over 40% of men over 60 are clinically deficient, and most of them have no idea. Vitamin D isn't just about bone health. It's a hormone precursor that directly influences testosterone production, immune function, and vascular health. Here's how it works. Vitamin D increases the production of nitric oxide in your endothelial cells, the inner lining of your blood vessels. Nitric oxide is the molecule that tells your arteries to relax and widen, allowing blood to flow freely. Without adequate vitamin D, your nitric oxide production drops. Your blood vessels stay constricted, and even if you're aroused mentally, your body can't deliver the blood flow necessary for firm, reliable erections. But it goes deeper than that. Vitamin D also supports the Leydig cells in your testes, the cells responsible for producing testosterone. When vitamin D is low, testosterone production suffers, and when testosterone is low, everything suffers. Energy, mood, muscle mass, libido, and sexual function. I had a patient named David, age 69, who came to me completely exhausted. He told me, "I sleep 8 hours a night, but I wake up tired. I have no drive. And intimacy with my wife feels like a chore I can't even complete." We ran his labs. His vitamin D was at 18 ng/ml, clinically deficient. Optimal levels for men are between 50 and 80 ng/ml. We started him on 5,000 IU of vitamin D3 daily, along with 15 minutes of morning sunlight when possible. Within 6 weeks, his energy returned. His mental clarity improved, and he reported firmer morning erections and renewed interest in intimacy. The key is consistency and the right form. You want vitamin D3, not D2. D3 is the bioactive form your body actually uses. Take it with a meal that contains healthy fats, olive oil, avocado, nuts, because vitamin D is fat-soluble and absorbs better with fat present. Still with me? Good, because the next vitamin controls something even more fundamental, your cellular energy production. Without it, you can sleep all you want and still feel drained. Vitamin N2, vitamin B12, the energy generator. Let me tell you about Michael, a 71-year-old retired engineer who came to my office visibly frustrated. He said, "Dr. Rodriguez, I eat 3 meals a day, I take my vitamins, I get plenty of sleep, but I feel like I'm running on fumes. And when it's time to be intimate with my wife, I just don't have the energy." What Michael was describing is classic vitamin B12 deficiency, and it's shockingly common in men over 60. Vitamin B12 is essential for energy production at the cellular level. It helps your mitochondria, the powerhouses inside every cell, convert food into ATP, the energy currency your body uses for everything: thinking, moving, recovering, and yes, sexual function. B12 also plays a critical role in red blood cell formation. Red blood cells carry oxygen throughout your body. When B12 is low, you produce fewer red blood cells, and the ones you do produce are malformed and inefficient. That means less oxygen reaching your muscles, your brain, and your erectile tissue. You feel fatigued. Your thinking gets foggy, and your physical stamina, including sexual stamina, declines sharply. Here's the problem. After 60, your stomach produces less intrinsic factor, a protein necessary for absorbing B12 from food. Even if you're eating meat, eggs, and dairy, all rich in B12, your body may not be extracting it properly. That's why so many older men feel tired, weak, and mentally dull even when their diet looks fine on paper. When we tested Michael's B12 levels, he was at 290 pg/ml, technically normal by lab standards but functionally deficient. Optimal B12 for men over 60 should be above 500 pg/ml, ideally closer to 700 or 800. We started him on methylcobalamin, the active form of B12 that doesn't require conversion in the liver. Within 3 weeks, his energy improved dramatically. He told me, "I feel like someone turned the lights back on." His mental clarity returned. His afternoon crashes disappeared. And he reported feeling present and engaged during intimacy for the first time in months. The key is using the right form. Avoid cyanocobalamin, the cheap synthetic form found in most drugstore vitamins. Your body has to convert it, and many older men can't do that efficiently. Use methylcobalamin or adenosylcobalamin. These are the bioactive forms your cells can use immediately. Start with 1000 mg daily, taken in the morning with food. Now, even with strong circulation and good energy, there's one more piece missing. Without it, your testosterone stays suppressed, your blood vessels stay inflamed, and your performance stays inconsistent. Let me show you what that is. Vitamin number 3, vitamin E, the testosterone protector. Vitamin E doesn't get nearly the attention it deserves, especially when it comes to male vitality. But in my practice, I've seen it make the difference between men who struggle and men who thrive. Here's why. Vitamin E is a powerful antioxidant that protects your cells from oxidative stress, the cellular damage caused by inflammation, environmental toxins, and aging itself. After 60, oxidative stress accelerates. It damages the lining of your blood vessels, making them stiff and less responsive. It interferes with testosterone production. And it reduces sperm quality and motility, even if you're not trying to conceive. Vitamin E counteracts that damage. It keeps your blood vessel walls flexible, supports healthy circulation, and protects the Leydig cells in your testes that produce testosterone. But there's another critical function. Vitamin E helps regulate sex hormone-binding globulin, or SHBG. SHBG is a protein that binds to testosterone and makes it unavailable for use. When SHBG is too high, your total testosterone might look fine on a lab test, but your free testosterone, the kind your body can actually use, is low. Vitamin E helps keep SHBG in check, allowing more free testosterone to circulate and do its job. I had a patient named Richard, age 66, who was eating well and exercising regularly, but he felt flat. No energy, no drive. Weak erections that barely lasted. When we ran his labs, his total testosterone was in the normal range, but his free testosterone was low and his vitamin E levels were borderline deficient. We added 400 IU of natural vitamin E daily, specifically Mixed tocopherols, not the synthetic DL-alpha tocopherol found in cheap supplements. Within a month, Richard reported stronger erections, better stamina, and a renewed sense of confidence. He told me, "I didn't realize how much I'd been living in a fog until it lifted." The key with vitamin E is quality. Natural vitamin E, D-alpha tocopherol and mixed tocopherols, is far more bioavailable than synthetic forms. Your body recognizes and uses it more efficiently. You can also get vitamin E from food, almonds, sunflower seeds, hazelnuts, spinach, and olive oil. But if you're supplementing, aim for 400 to 800 IU daily of natural mixed tocopherols. So what happens when you combine all three of these vitamins? Do they work better together, or is that just wishful thinking? Let me show you the science. Why these three vitamins work better together? There's a concept in nutrition science called synergy. The idea that certain nutrients work better together than they do in isolation. And when it comes to these three vitamins, the synergy is powerful. Here's how they support each other. Vitamin D increases nitric oxide production, which opens your blood vessels and improves circulation, but circulation alone isn't enough. You need oxygen-rich blood to flow through those vessels. That's where vitamin B12 comes in. It supports red blood cell production, ensuring that your improved circulation is actually carrying oxygen and nutrients where they need to go. And vitamin E protects both processes. It keeps your blood vessels flexible and healthy, prevents oxidative damage to red blood cells, and supports the testosterone production that drives energy and libido in the first place. Together, they create what I call the vitality triangle: circulation, energy, and hormonal support working in harmony. I had a patient named Walter, age 68, who'd been taking vitamin D for months with minimal results. We added B12 and vitamin E to his protocol, and within 4 weeks he told me, "I feel like I've got a new engine." His morning erections returned, his energy stabilized, he stopped needing afternoon naps, and he reported feeling mentally sharper and more engaged with his wife. That's not a coincidence. That's biochemistry. When you address all three deficiencies simultaneously, your body responds in ways it simply can't when you're only fixing one piece of the puzzle. But here's the critical part. Most men never see these results, not because the vitamins don't work, but because they're making a common mistake that sabotages absorption and effectiveness. And I'm about to show you exactly what that mistake is, because if you're making it, you're wasting time and money on supplements your body can't even use. The biggest mistake men make with vitamins: a few months ago, a man named Gerald came to my office carrying a plastic bag full of supplements. He was 72, well-read, clearly trying to take control of his health. He spread the bottles on my desk and said, "Dr. Rodriguez, I've been taking all of these for 6 months, but I still feel tired, foggy, and nothing's improving." I looked at the labels. Cheap synthetic vitamins from a big box store. Cyanocobalamin instead of methylcobalamin. Vitamin D2 instead of D3, synthetic DL-alpha tocopherol instead of natural vitamin E. That's the biggest mistake, assuming all vitamins are the same. They're not. The form, quality, and bioavailability of a vitamin determine whether your body can actually absorb and use it, or whether it just passes through your system unused. Take vitamin B12. Most generic brands use cyanocobalamin, a synthetic form that requires conversion in your liver. Many older men can't complete that conversion efficiently. What you want is methylcobalamin, the active form your body can use immediately. With vitamin D, D2 is cheaper but far less effective than D3. If you're taking D2, you're getting maybe 30% of the benefit you'd get from D3. And with vitamin E, synthetic forms lack the full spectrum of tocopherols your body needs. Natural mixed tocopherols are far more effective for supporting testosterone and vascular health. The second mistake is inconsistency. Taking vitamins once or twice a week when you remember won't create lasting change. Your body needs steady, daily support to rebuild energy, restore blood flow, and balance hormones. When Gerald switched to high-quality forms and started taking them consistently every morning, the difference was dramatic. Within a month, he was sleeping better, waking up energized, and, his words, feeling like a man again. That change didn't come from trying harder. It came from doing it right. Your daily vitality protocol. Let me give you a simple, practical protocol that any man can follow, because complexity is the enemy of consistency. Morning routine. Start your day with a full glass of water. Then, with your breakfast, Ideally something with healthy fats like eggs, avocado, or Greek yogurt. Take 5,000 IU of vitamin D3, 1,000 mcg of methylcobalamin B12, 400 IU of natural mixed tocopherol vitamin E. Take them together. The vitamin D and E are fat-soluble, so the fats in your breakfast help with absorption. The B12 is water-soluble, so it absorbs regardless, but taking it with food prevents any stomach upset. Midday support. If possible, get 15 to 20 minutes of direct sunlight on your skin, arms, face, legs if it's warm enough. This stimulates natural vitamin D production and supports your circadian rhythm, which improves sleep quality and testosterone production. If it's winter or you live somewhere with limited sun, your supplement dose is even more critical. Evening optimization. Eat dinner early, ideally by 6 or 7 p.m., and make it lighter than lunch. Your body does its deepest cellular repair during sleep, and it does that work more efficiently when it's not digesting a heavy meal. Include vitamin E-rich foods throughout the day. Almonds, sunflower seeds, spinach, olive oil drizzled over salads. This gives you additional support beyond your supplement. The key is rhythm. Your body thrives on consistency. Daily support, taken at the same time each day, creates cumulative results that compound over weeks and months. I had a patient named Frank, age 67, who followed this exact protocol. Within 3 weeks, he reported more energy to play with his grandkids, renewed interest in intimacy with his wife, and a sense of confidence that had quietly disappeared over the years. He told me, "I feel like myself again, not a younger version, but a stronger, more grounded version." What to expect? Week by week. Let me walk you through the realistic timeline, because I don't want you expecting overnight miracles. This is a 30 to 60 day optimization process. Week 1, you'll notice improved energy first. Not dramatic, but you'll wake up feeling more rested. Your afternoon crashes will soften. You'll feel more mentally alert during the day. Some men also notice better mood stability, less irritability, more emotional balance. Week 2 to 3, circulation improvements start to show. You might notice your hands and feet feel warmer, better peripheral blood flow. Morning erections may return even if they're partial at first. Your recovery from exercise improves. You're not as sore. You bounce back faster. Week 4. This is when hormonal changes become noticeable. Libido starts to return. You think about intimacy more often. Your body responds more reliably when aroused. Erections become firmer and last longer. You achieve peak firmness faster, maybe 3 to 5 minutes instead of 10 to 15. Week 6 to 8. Full optimization. Your energy is consistent throughout the day. Your mental clarity is sharp. Your physical stamina, both in daily life and in the bedroom, has returned to a level you recognize. This isn't about becoming 25 again. It's about functioning at your current best, optimized for your age and vascular health. I've tracked these results with hundreds of men in my practice. The timeline is consistent. Energy first, circulation second, hormonal function third. But here's the critical part. You have to stay consistent. If you take the vitamins for 2 weeks, feel better, and then stop, you'll lose the progress. These are foundational nutrients your body needs daily, especially after 60. Think of it like maintaining a car. You don't change the oil once and expect it to run forever. You maintain it consistently, and it performs reliably. Still here? That tells me you're serious. So let me leave you with one final thought, something every man over 60 needs to hear but rarely does. It's not too late. I want to speak to you directly for a moment. Not as a doctor, but as someone who's spent over a decade sitting across from men just like you. Men who've worked hard, raised families, built legacies. Men who now find themselves asking, why doesn't my body feel like it used to? That question isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign that you're still fighting, still searching for the strength, energy, and connection that make life feel meaningful, and I respect that deeply. Here's what I know without question. It's not too late. Your body isn't broken. It's responding to what it's been given, or what it's been missing. When you support circulation, energy production, and hormonal function the right way, your body remembers how to work. Not overnight, not with miracles, but with real, lasting change. I've seen 70-year-old men regain morning erections they hadn't experienced in 5 years. I've seen 68-year-old men go from exhausted and disconnected to energized and fully present with their partners. It's not about chasing youth. It's about reclaiming function, about feeling like yourself again. You still have purpose. You still have power, and you still have time. The vitamins we've talked about today, vitamin D, B12, and E, aren't magic, but they're foundational. They give your body what it needs to function the way it's designed to, and when you combine them with consistency, quality, and the right protocol, your body responds. So what now? That's up to you. You can take what you've heard today and let it sit, or you can act on it. You can choose to give your body what it's been quietly asking for. You can make that commitment. Take that supplement with intention. Say yes to your health and your future. Because here's the truth. You deserve to feel strong. You deserve to feel confident. And you deserve to show up fully in your life and your relationships. It's not too late. Not even close. If this information resonated with you, do me a favor. Hit that like button and subscribe to Men's Vitality Hub. I release new videos every week on hormonal health, prostate protection, and strategies to help you age powerfully, not passively. And here's what I want you to do right now. Drop a comment below and tell me which of these 3 vitamins you're most deficient in. Is it vitamin D, B12, vitamin E, or maybe you're not sure yet? Let me know. Your engagement helps me understand what's most useful to you, and it helps other men find this information when they need it most. If you found this helpful, share it with someone who needs to hear it. A friend, a brother, anyone you care about who's struggling with energy, performance, or confidence. Your voice matters, your health matters, and your future matters. It's not too late, not even close. I'm Dr. Christine Rodriguez, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourself, because you're worth it.